Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Say Exotics, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, all of you in the UK, it's a blimmin' hot day. And one of the questions that I get a lot is, how do I cool my room when it gets too hot outside? Let's take a look. So guys, one of the main questions I do get is, like I said, is people asking me, how do I keep my room cool when it's really hot outside, and vice versa, how do I keep it warm when it's really cold outside? Now, very easy answer. When it's cold, I just run a simple oil fan radiator, which is that one down there. I try and maintain my room about 82 degrees all the way through. I do let it drop at night, but during the day, I do try and keep it around 82 degrees. Now today it's probably 31 degrees outside. It's absolutely manic, and as you know, I've got sort of foil insulation. I don't even notice, but I've taken off the insulation off the roof because I went out one day, I came home and I found that this room was actually like 100 degrees. Absolutely mind-blowing, which is really, it's not good. It's not catastrophic. It was only for a couple of hours, but it's not something we want to promote in our snake room sort of thing. So what do I do to keep the temperature cool? It's very simple. I'm going to switch the camera around. I'm going to show you exactly what I use, and this really does take the sort of edge off the heat and keep it around 82 to 84 degrees, which is where I like it. So guys, there it is. Not a massive secret. This is just like an air cooler, and I'll turn it on. I've shown this before and it's blowing out already. Now all I basically do, I'll turn it off while it's, so I can hear what I'm saying. All I basically do, as you can see here, I fill it up with ice cold water and an ice block, and it just blows out the cold air. I also utilise that with a fan, so that sort of blows the colder air that's been generated by this machine around the room. So I'll quickly show you how I prepare it, and then we'll show you what I do after that. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to quickly spin this unit around just so you can see the back. It's got a little drawer here, and all I basically do is pop in one of those, and I've got, as you saw, ice cold water and ice cubes. I just fill up the little reservoir in there like so, close it. As you can see, it's got some nice cold water in there. Spin the unit around, turn it on. We set the speed, so we go full speed. We usually set a timer, so a couple of hours at a time, and then we set the swing, and that way these little things move. Now you can see them moving, and they are obviously directing the air, and then we just put it on anion, and that basically filters the air as well. And obviously the cool button, because this can kick out cold air as well. So that sort of sits on top of my table, blowing out towards there, keeping that nice and cool. And then the fan goes on as well. This might seem like overkill, but it's what I have to do to keep the room nice and cool. So with them going on, that fan just literally circulates the colder air coming out, and we keep it nice and warm, but not too hot. So guys, another thing I do is keep the door open. Now the only thing I have done differently, as you can see, is I've put like one of those fly meshes up at the door, so no bugs can get in, because obviously in this heat the flies want to get out the heat just as much as we do sometimes, and if I left that open, then this room would be absolutely inundated with flies, and that's not something I want. So that screen sort of goes up like that. Yeah, so guys, a quick sort of recap. The fly mesh at the door, so flies can come in but the air can escape, and that fan and that sort of machine thing going in the background as well. Now don't run these all day if you're thinking about the electrics. Like I said, I do put them on a timer. I'll probably set that for 2 hours. You can set it up to 12 hours, but I'll set it for 2 hours. By that time the water needs replacing because it's probably got a bit warm, and obviously a new ice pack and some new ice cubes. And then I'll probably sort of look at the temperature and see how it is, and then sort of go from there. Now this has been running, and I did turn it off before I actually started filming, and the temperature is actually 75 at the moment, so it's actually quite nice and cool here at the moment, although you can see how much sun and heat is actually coming into the room. So it does the job perfectly. Now if I leave that off, you know, that'll go up to sort of 90 degrees within 10 minutes with the heat outside. So I will start, you know, keep that on for a couple of hours at a time. And it's just something I have to do, guys, because I did go for, you know, the cheaper option, not, you know, with the installation that I chose, obviously because I was moving house at the time. That's why I had to take that off the ceiling, because it was just becoming like an oven, and that's something you've got to look out for, guys, if you're choosing a cabin and this sort of insulation. So guys, that was basically it. That's how I cool the room. For those of you that were asking, it's not rocket science. You know, the hot air needs somewhere to escape, and it needs sort of help to do that. So I use those two bits of kit. That black machine, that I think that was about £80, and the fan was 15 quid out of Argos, Tesco's, whatever. But it does the job. I don't know if you noticed as well, but I do have blackout blinds here as well. That's just so I can obviously control the daylight in here. If I left that open, obviously the sunlight gets in, and it gets even hotter because it is sort of facing directly onto the rack, and I don't want that to be heated up, because that would be awful. What else I could do is actually open the window, open the blind and shut the blind so some air can still get out, but the sunlight can't get in, because you don't want your room getting too hot, just like you don't want it getting too cold. Now I'm sitting there, well, I'm not sitting, I'm standing obviously, but I'm already starting to sweat quite a lot, because the fan's off, there's no air in here, and I was thinking about getting an actual aircon unit in here, which I will probably do, but I don't think any of us was expecting this sort of heat. So I'll just have to make do for now. Maybe for next year I'll get an actual up here, I'll get an actual aircon unit that can actually blow proper cold air, if that makes sense, into the room. And as all you can see, it's already 79 degrees, so it is rising. So once that hits sort of 82, 83 again, I'll stop filming, and I'll actually turn those two bits of kit on, just to keep the room going. For those of you wondering about the incubator in heat like this, I don't seem to be having any problems. I set my incubator probably about 90 degrees, is what I set the thermostat at, obviously because that's the temperature of the actual inside of the incubator, not the egg boxes. So if you actually measure the egg boxes, it's usually a degree and a bit lower than that. So that's been holding temps perfectly, even in this I say horrible heat because I hate the heat. I absolutely love overcast weather and rain, but all the snakes are doing really well. I do want to quickly show you one, and I will post a picture to my Instagram at some point later today. Where is she? She's had a tub upgrade, and she shed out this morning. She's hiding in there, if you can see her. Let's see if we can get her out, and get a better shot at her. Come here, girlie. There we go. Let's put you on that lovely reptile ship. So this is the lion pied. So there is the leopard pinstripe pied, female from Darren and Eric over at Neighbours Constrictors, looking absolutely insane. She was due a tub upgrade. She was in a 4-litre rub, and now as you see, she's in a divider, and she's sharing it with the vanilla spider clown male. So yeah, I just want to give you a quick update on her. What else have we got? This Fire Girl, now she is less than a week from laying. I have posted a picture on her as well. She's looking absolutely huge. You can see that major scale separation going on there. So I'm really looking forward to her going, and that will be my last clutch of the season. So there is 7 clutches in the incubator, 3 already laid, so that's 10. Then that one, so that's 11 clutches for me. So a very small, manageable amount. Not like some of you crazy people with your 30, 40, 50 clutches. Absolutely crazy. I could only wish to have that many. Let's shut this tub up. There we go. That's a bit stiff, that tub. So yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. And as you can see, it's gone up to 84 there. So I'm going to say goodbye, put these back on and let this room sort of stabilise and get back down a couple of degrees. So guys, there we go. Hope that answered a few questions. Not the most ideal way to do it, but it's what I've got to work with, so it's what I've got to do. Someone just dropped there and he landed on my toe. That would have hurt. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Remember, I'm doing an awesome giveaway. Go back a few videos and you'll see what you need to do to be in with a chance to win a pastel banana male. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, subscribe, like, comment, ting the notification bell, all that fun stuff. It means the world to me, guys. Take care of yourself. Enjoy this fantastic weather we're having, and I'll see you on the next one.